What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sideline Banter show, along with the esteemed Jamaal Baki and Muhammad Umayr. I'm your co-host, Nadeem Niz, and we are ready to get back into the fold. It's been a couple weeks. We've been traveling. Me and Jamaal actually went to L.A. And had a great time. Not together. We were back-to-back weeks. But we just missed each other. Good food, good vibes. Everything in L.A. is just more relaxed, more chill. A lot to get into this week. We actually have a lot that we wanted to make up and cover. But to start off, we have our March Madness tournaments. As always, you can find us on Instagram at the Sideline Banter Show. That's where we posted it. You can enter through there, or you could enter through there now that the tournament's over. But you want to also find us on YouTube at the Sideline Banter Show, and then we will be hitting you up with more content. And then follow along week to week. We have a lot of good content there, a lot of good polls, questions. Next week we'll do a mailbag segment. I know we've been promising to do a mailbag segment for quite some time now, but next week we'll get to it. There's just a lot of content that we have today that we wanted to sprinkle in throughout. So we'll start off with the March Madness tourney. Congratulations to Imad Vora that won the tournament with 885 points. He won by 10 points. Thank you to everyone who entered, everyone who put in their brackets. It was a ride, and yeah, let's start at the top. The first upset, biggest upset.
They didn't see, because at the end of our last episode, we were watching the game, but we
right?
Well,
we didn't.
Everyone knows now, but crazy.
Yeah. I mean, we went live on that on our Instagram again at the Sideline Banter Show on Instagram, and we went live and we kind of gave our live reactions to that game, which is actually really fun. But yeah, Oral Roberts was the Cinderella story that wasn't. They beat Ohio State, the number 2 seed. They beat Florida in the next round. And then it was the UCLA show, really. From the play-in game all the way to the Final Four, one of the most miraculous stories of the entire tournament. Messed up everybody's bracket. Another one I can think of, maybe like Abilene Christian beating Texas, the number 3 seed, and Loyola knocking off Illinois, which ruined.
We had so much hope for U of I. Had them winning everything, all this hype. Like, it was like the first time in so long that Illinois has ever been like ranked that high, and then Loyola took it, and then we're like, all right, let's go Loyola, let's get it. Chicago probably get knocked out next round. It's like, come on, man.
I mean, they have experience, Loyola, so I feel like they knew going in. They're like, we knew what to do. They settled the pace pretty well. It's just Illinois didn't have experience.
It's funny is that me and Umayr were at a wedding during that Loyola-Illinois game, yeah? And he said that, Loyola's got all this experience. Their defense is really good. So in my mind, I'm like, damn, they completely blew out Illinois, too. Like, it wasn't even just a close game at all. Throughout, like from the beginning, from the first half to the second half, it was not a close game. And so then I was like, okay, in my mind, Loyola's got a great defense. We're doing this again. 2018, let's run it back. And then the next game.
On campus.
I'll meet you at Loyola. I'll meet you on the beach. But they just got rammed the next game.
They had, when I was looking at like the calculations when I was doing the brackets, I had Loyola winning it actually first because they kept teams under 50 points in the whole, like anytime they played. Yeah, but then I was just like, there's no way they lose to U of I because they have AO and I forgot the center's name, but they're so like talented.
Cockburn?
I think so, yeah, whatever his name is. But I feel like, dude, like I was like, there's no way. So I chose Illinois. I regret it now, but I mean, dude, like I thought they would come up on top, but man, Loyola has that experience with their coach, and like they just hats off to them. They definitely deserved it.
What's that lady's name? The Loyola girl,
Sister Jean.
Yeah, they got Sister Jean.
They had Sister Jean
on
their side, and then who beat
Loyola?
Loyola?
I don't know. They lost next round too. Who beat them?
It wasn't even like a close game. It was like
they got rocked, bro.
Yeah,
it was Oregon State. It was Oregon State.
Oregon State actually made a run.
They made a run. They were number 12 seed. They beat Tennessee, then they beat Oklahoma State, and then they beat Loyola, and then they got rocked by Houston.
Everyone was like, Oregon State's gonna win it all, and then
this was the tournament of Cinderella stories that weren't, like all these Cinderella stories that got far, and then it was down to 2 number 1 seeds, Baylor and Gonzaga. The Gonzaga and UCLA game, one of the all-time great games. If you haven't seen that, definitely check that out. Watch the highlights. A great game down to the wire, and Jalen Suggs with the Dwayne Wade-esque jumping on the table celebration after a game-winning buzzer beating three.
Even before that, with the block and then the pass,
that
was like a 2016 LeBron save dunk. Oh my, it was nasty.
And then all that hype for a boring national championship with Baylor just absolutely smoked Gonzaga.
Baylor, dude, I am impressed on how well they shoot the ball, man.
Yeah.
I'm
were
disappointed.
rocking.
No, their
I'm disappointed
defense,
in Gonzaga, bro.
was
like,
incredible.
They
Their
couldn't
energy.
miss.
Their energy in that game was like they woke up on the right side of the bed that day and no one was going to stop them, and that's exactly what happened.
Tell me how you go undefeated. You go to overtime against UCLA, you win on that sub shot, and then you go in and get blown out in the national championship.
And that's the story of this
Come
tournament.
on,
All
bro.
these great stories, they just got rocked the next
Dude,
game. Loyola
literally.
beat Illinois, they got rocked. Oregon State beat Loyola, they got rocked.
They couldn't compete with the threes. Like, Baylor was literally like just rocking threes. I think the first half, Baylor had 10 threes, but Gonzaga had 1.
It was literally, I was watching the score, right? I wasn't watching the game because I was out, but like it was literally like 16-point margin the whole way through.
Oh yeah, whole way.
Like
Yeah.
they couldn't catch up. They couldn't even make it a gap.
I went
Like,
to
it was just-
Avalanche that night.
Yeah.
That was more memorable than the
So
national
you were
championship
back. So
game.
you were back in Morgan Grove. You didn't hit me up again.
I had to pick up a car. But anyways.
You got a new whip?
No, I got my aunt's car for a rental for a week.
Guys, what do you guys think of Nadeem's beard? Leave a comment on this.
Is it different?
Yeah, you
Oh,
trimmed it.
was it?
little bit.
We didn't have that last episode?
No, we didn't.
I guess. All right. Moving on. A lot to get into here. It's my favorite time of year. It's mock draft season. But it's not only just like mock draft 1.0 season. We're getting into like mock draft like 4.0, 5.0 territory. The draft is only in 3 weeks. I'm so excited. This is going to be one of the best talent pools to pick through in this draft. So the San Francisco 49ers traded up with the Miami Dolphins for the number 3 pick. They gave away 3 first-round picks in the future and also their number 12 pick this year and a future 2022 third-round pick. And then the Dolphins then traded back with the Philadelphia Eagles, who were at 6. They swapped first-round picks as well, and then the Dolphins added some extra leverage. For the Eagles have more draft capital. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a mock draft together. We're going to take turns picking, and it's going to be a little fun. We'll do a whole first round, see where we're at. We can add trades in here. We can do whatever we want. So we'll start at the top with, there's no denying.
Undisputed.
This
Undisputed
is
here.
Trevor Lawrence all the way, number 1. Overall to the Jacksonville Jaguars. There's not even a thought on that anymore, right? Like, there's nothing to say.
And I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised. Like, he's a stud. Don't get me wrong, but I would think there would be questions, especially coming off of his surgery, right? Like, maybe he's not the same quarterback he was before because he's.
Yeah, but it was only a minor surgery. I don't think it takes away from his game
apparently
at
he's still
all.
recovering. It's been how long?
It's been what was January, so like 3 months. Yeah, that's enough
4 months.
time, especially.
Because he didn't have his pro day or anything. I don't know. Curious. But I'm surprised no one really shot for the number 1. Like, I haven't heard any big trade talks for number 1. Like, no one's been trying.
Because this is Jacksonville's future right here. They
Yeah.
need this pick.
Jacksonville's not
They
gonna
need this
be-
pick. They're not going to get rid of it. This is the most surefire number 1 pick since. I can't remember.
Andrew
Andrew
Luck.
Luck.
Andrew
Yep.
Luck, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 2, the Jets. So who wants to take this one? Let's go in let's have like a little order.
I can go.
Yeah.
So before I get into the pick, I mean, I'm kind of surprised that the Jets traded away Sam Darnold because I think I'm looking at highlights between Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson, who I think is going to be picked. I don't see any difference in my opinion. I think they're the same player.
They're
Like,
both white guys.
It's a terrible system.
Yeah.
The system's a problem. It's not the quarterback. I think Sam Darnold's going to be a stud.
Sam
Carolina.
Darnold, I think he's a decent player. He's not like an amazing player.
He's,
but
yeah.
He,
I don't think he's a Pro
he
Bowler,
was
he's just
placed
not
in
bad.
the worst position ever, and you're expecting him to be like a great, like a top 5 quarterback. Like, I don't, and then them trading him away and bringing in a new quarterback, I just don't see. Like, I was just confused in my thought process, and they didn't even get much out of it, in my opinion. I think they could have gotten much more for what they've gotten, but they did get. I think that they're gonna get Zach Wilson. It's gonna be like, I think case closed. That there's. I don't think they're gonna look at any other quarterback. I'm just confused because they could have gotten a lot more for that second pick than they kind of gave up for Sam Darnold. So.
I think so. Sam Darnold's, according to NFL GMs, when was it last week? Sam Darnold's value was at a 3rd round pick, being a generous pick to give up for Sam Darnold. That's where he was at, according to NFL GMs.
Okay.
So that's where his value was at. So I think that the Jets actually got a lot back for what they did.
Because they got what?
My thing when I saw
Six,
that,
second and
they
third.
got a 6th, a 4th, and a 2nd.
Yeah.
My thing is, why the hell did the Bears sign Andy Dalton for $10 million?
we coulda got
when
Sam
that's
Darnold.
all it took to get Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but then I thought Ryan Pace is my GM, so I was like, okay, makes sense.
No, I mean honestly, at the time,
Like,
the
imagine
Jets
you
probably
could
weren't
have
interested. Maybe they were cool
There's
with
no way.
Darnold.
No, they're
then
looking.
wait on it. Like, wait on. What's the rush to get Andy Dalton? Where's he gonna go?
Because we
Where's
didn't
he
have
gonna
anyone.
because,
That's why.
no, because now
Bro,
we get-
Andy Dalton and Nick Foles are the same player.
I
no,
know.
because Sam Darnold's not going to Carolina. Teddy Bridgewater is looking for a trade. I wouldn't mind Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, but they
But
already
now
got
we
Sam
already have
Andy
Dalton. We
Dalton.
already signed him to his.
No, I'm
Imagine
saying
if you were
back
able
then,
to
yeah.
trade for Sam Donald, you trade a 2nd, a 4th, and a 6th,
Yes,
and then
do
you
that.
get to keep Kyle Fuller.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's
hands
huge.
down, you do that.
That's huge.
Yeah,
And
they're
he's
idiots.
young too. It's not
Idiots.
like
Yeah, and like you have nothing to lose. Like let's say Sam Darnold goes out there, he sucks. All right, next year you move on from him. That's it.
I just don't see what in their mind where they're like, yeah, Andy Dalton's going to be our savior.
So stupid. Okay, so here at number 3, we have a choice to make. We can go the smart route, like a smart person would, and take Justin Fields, or we can go with the reports that we're hearing, and for some reason believe that the San Francisco 49ers leveraged their entire future draft picks to get Mac Jones at 3.
Well, listen, all right? In order for the Niners to even be considering Mac Jones at 3 means that there has to be some kind of legitimacy to those reports, or they know someone on the inside credible that's giving them this information. They wouldn't, like, this wouldn't be...
No, for
Shefty
me,
would not be reporting
for
this
me,
if it wasn't legit.
right. For me,
Right.
the only reason that the reason that the Niners are considering Mac Jones is because he fits that Jimmy G, that Kirk Cousins, that Matt Ryan style of football that Kyle Shanahan has had his quarterbacks. Like he fits their quarterbacking system.
But why move up? Like, you already have Garoppolo.
Exactly. You'll have Mac Jones
A
at
surefire
12.
pick?
Like you'll have Mac Jones at 12. You can get him at
It
12.
makes,
That's not...
if they moved up to get Mac Jones, it makes completely no sense.
It'd be like Trubisky.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Like
I don't
it'll
think
be
so.
Trubisky.
I think what's it called? The Patriots are gonna move up to get a quarterback too. I see the Patriots going up to 4 and getting
Four?
Right. Okay. So
Yeah,
let's
so
say
Justin
the Niners didn't make that trade. Okay. Let's say they stick at
Yeah.
12. You have the Dolphins who aren't going to take a quarterback
you
at
don't
3.
know that though.
You don't
At
know
that
that
time,
the
we
Dolphins.
didn't know that. The Dolphins, they like at that time, no one knew if they're gonna.
Okay. So if the Dolphins take a quarterback at 3, they're not taking Mac Jones.
okay, and then you have
If the Falcons take a quarterback at 4, they're not taking Mac Jones.
that's the question.
No.
they're
Mac
not.
Jones
They're
was
not.
starting off was like second round. People were saying
Exactly.
second round.
He's a
People are
second
saying
round.
people are saying Mac Jones is literally
No,
a
only-
young version of Matt Ryan.
No.
Right. But the Falcons aren't going to take that pick at 4 because he's not the 4th best quarterback
Not
on
at
the
4,
board.
but I'm saying in general, like they would if he was available, they would take him. Same with the Broncos.
But
The Broncos would not take Mac Jones at 9.
I don't
The
understand how.
Panthers would not take Mac Jones at 8. Lions won't take him
really
at 7.
underestimating this dude, bro.
No, I'm not. He's not
Dude,
a top
he was
5.
a second rounder. He went from second rounder all the way to third. pick.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
But there's a reason behind it.
Well, he's like.
They analyze his game.
He's not a third. He's not. Nobody is mocking him as a third round or this third pick talent, like a first.
He's not. Okay, yeah. I don't think he's a top 10 talent.
Exactly.
But I think he's a better So what they're leveraging are the reports coming out of Ohio State about Justin Fields.
What are the
About
reports
his
coming out of Ohio
work
State?
ethic, all this stuff about him.
Yeah, I've heard.
Right,
that
but
too.
that's
Not
been
putting the
completely
stuff in,
disproven by
about
the
him
actual
only being a
people.
one-read player.
I've
all
also
that.
heard about his throwing.
But that's completely
throwing
been
motion.
disproven in the last week by all the credible sources,
No,
like
but
a Joel Klatt.
But Justin
Like,
Fields is the second best quarterback in my opinion. In this,
easily.
After, I mean, Trevor Lawrence is obviously number 1. Zach
I don't know how
Wilson.
Zach Wilson fell into a lock for 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I remember
understand that
people were
at all.
debating
Yeah.
who's better, Fields or
Dude, at the
Zach
beginning of the
Wilson.
year, it was Trevor Lawrence and Fields and everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Fields struggled against
Yeah, that's
Northwestern
what I'm
and
so
he struggled
shocked
against
on.
Michigan
How did
State.
Fields go from being like a number 2-ish, and then people are debating, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, all the way down to like, I don't know.
Okay, so for the sake of
8th.
argument, we have to pick somebody here. Who are we picking?
It better be Justin Fields.
I'm putting my money on Justin Fields.
It
All right,
better
let's go
be
Justin
Justin
Fields.
Fields.
All right, I feel good about that pick, but I also feel like if we pick
And I
Mac
feel like
Jones, that'd be
realistically,
more.
they're going to pick Mac Jones.
I would.
I would be
Just-
shocked beyond
I'm
belief.
going on live. Who's Mac Jones?
All right, pick 4, Atlanta.
Ooh.
This is where I have a take. Oh, I can't do this. Exclusive for premium. I think, let's just for the sake of
He's trying to
argument,
get
just
the
switch
trades
it.
inside, bro.
Yeah, I think the Patriots trade up here to pick 4 and take Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
Yes.
Not Justin Fields.
Justin Fields already taken.
No, he's no.
No, but
if Mac
according
Jones
to
goes at
our-
30,
No, we just said Justin Fields. We did
I'm
Justin
saying we
Fields.
put our money on Justin Fields, but realistically,
No,
I think,
in the mock draft, we picked Justin Fields. Did you not want to do
So
that?
No.
we're doing it based off
No.
of our.
Do we think is
Yeah.
this what we want or what we think's gonna happen?
That's why I asked in the beginning.
Just our mock draft, like whatever. What do you think is gonna happen?
I think Mac Jones is gonna get taken at 3.
I think it's Fields.
I think I better be Fields. Like I'm putting Fields down.
I
but
think it's
it
Fields.
better be him.
Because also the Niners have interest in Fields' pro day that he's doing on April 14th
Okay.
too. So they
Why
were
were they interested in his first pro day?
they were there.
They were at Mac Jones' camp.
Yeah, they were at both, but they're also still interested in Justin Fields.
Okay.
So for the sake of argument, we'll take Justin Fields.
Okay.
It's just smart. We'll be smart about
All
this.
right,
We won't be
alright.
dumb. All right. Number 4, I think the Patriots trade up and take Trey Lance.
I agree with you. Only except I choose a different team. I choose a Washington football team to trade up to get your Trey Lance.
But they just got Ryan Fitzpatrick, so I don't
Yeah,
think
the
they're going
bridge
to do that.
quarterback.
Yeah, it's only a bitch quarterback for this year.
You
I get that.
Trey
I
Lance
get
is
that,
a-
but I
Trey
don't.
Lance is a project.
And they have hella
He stays 1 year under Ryan Fitzpatrick. He learns from him, and there's also reports that they're really interested. And then after 1 year, if Ryan Fitzpatrick leaves, Trey Lance their quarterback.
Okay. All right, let's go Washington.
Because Patriots already invested in.
So that means Atlanta's pick would be 19.
Yeah.
Damn. And they
So
need
Washington trades up to 4 and takes Trey Lance, which would be Terry McLaurin, Trey Lance, Curtis
But
Samuel.
then you
Antonio
have to be
Gibson,
all
jeez.
in about Trey Lance because then they're wrecked.
Yeah. Number 5, I like Penei Sewell here. I don't think that's.
I don't know why the people are saying Jamar Chase. Like
Yeah, they're thinking a weapon,
I'm
but
seeing
I don't.
Jamar Chase, but I'm also seeing Kyle Pitts. I think Kyle Pitts would be a good pick too.
No, but you got to protect Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he has no protection on the left side,
He has
and he just got
no
injured. I
protection.
think you need to
You
take
have
Penei
to.
Sewell here,
You have to.
Okay.
right? All right, number 6. This is.
Kyle Pitts.
I think Jamar Chase. What do you think? You're the deciding vote here.
You know why I think Kyle Pitts though? Because if you've seen Tua play, he naturally looks at his tight ends first.
Yeah, but he has Gesicki. That's the only
He has
reason I think
Gesicki.
they don't.
That's the
That's
reason
the
why I'm
only
thinking
reason I'm
about it, right?
thinking.
Like,
I only.
he already
I
has
think I'm gonna
Gesicki.
take Pitts.
Kyle Pitts compared to Gesicki.
So think
Like,
about it. Think about it.
I
think-
agree. I just think that because they have Gesicki, they need a wide receiver talent. Like, they need a number
do.
one.
I think they need a receiver because they just picked up Will Fuller in the offseason too.
They need a number one.
They need a number 1, and actually Jamar Chase is coming as a number 2. I think Will Fuller would be the number 1. Do they
Well,
still
Will
have,
Fuller is more of a field stretcher. Jamar Chase
yeah.
is a proper number
Do they
one.
still have what's his name?
Devontae Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isaiah
That
Preston
three.
who was
That
alright.
three.
Yeah.
That trio right there. That'd be a sick trio.
Yeah, I think
So
it'll
Jamar
go
Chase?
Jamar Chase. Yeah.
All right. Pick 7. Detroit.
They got to pick like a receiver or skill player in this pick because they have no weapons.
Oh, I actually think. Okay, so I think it's either going to be a receiver or a corner because they have no help on defense.
I mean, for Jared Goff, he needs weapons. So
That's true. And he just lost Kenny Galladay. Let's go. Where are we thinking?
Bulls.
Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle.
I say Waddle because he's going up in the draft.
Yeah.
And the
What do you think?
skill
You
set.
cannot take Waddle or Smith, bro.
I don't
If he
think so
comes off a
either,
Heisman,
but-
Oh, I
like,
think he's Waddle's over Smith for
you
sure.
cannot do that. That's so disrespectful.
I think Waddle's over Smith easily.
No, I have to go Smith. I have
What
to
do
go
you
Smith
say?
over Waddle.
I say Waddle because of how like electrifying he's been. in,
Yeah,
like, the,
I think
because I was reading like Devontae Smith's like 175 pounds or
Yeah,
something.
So
he's
is
6'1",
Justin
but-
Jefferson.
No, but
Ain't no one
he's
questioning
smaller
him.
though. He's Devontae Smith. Isn't he
No, Justin
smaller?
Jefferson is smaller. He's shorter. Justin Jefferson is shorter than Devontae Smith.
Right, but if you're taller and you're skinny,
Oh yeah, he's
that
leaner
means
than
you're
Justin Jefferson.
leaner.
But look, Justin Jefferson still went in at 170, and
I
everyone's
can't
like,
see
"Oh, 170,
Devontae
you
Smith
can't go in
here.
at 170."
I
He
can't see
still balled
Devontae
out.
Smith
No, I
right
don't
here.
disagree with you.
Yeah.
I just think Jalen Waddle's going up in the draft, and
His stock's definitely going up, yeah, but I just don't think
So-
he didn't prove enough.
Here we have, so we're going Waddle at 7. At 8, this is the easiest pick for me. It's Kyle Pitts for Carolina.
Ooh, okay. I thought like to protect Sam Darnold.
You think they will?
Like
Rashawn Slater.
Sheldon Slater.
You think
Rashawn
Rashawn
Slater?
Slater?
But if Kyle
Rashawn
Pitts
Slater.
is
Here's
there,
the thing. Who's their tight end?
yeah, like if Kyle Pitts is available, they choose Kyle Pitts. I agree.
Yeah. So
But-
in this case,
Yeah,
Kyle Pitts is available.
Pitts. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So the main. Okay. So Denver. I think Denver goes corner, or they could go offensive line.
Or they go QB.
I think they pick.
Or they go
pick the
QB.
best
You
You
defensive
think they go Mac Jones?
They go Mac Jones.
I don't think they do
Whoa.
Mac Jones. I don't see Mac Jones as their
No,
guy.
no, no, no.
I don't see Drew Lock as their guy though either.
I don't see Drew Lock as their guy
dying
either.
right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I think they choose the best defensive player.
Which is
Micah
either.
Parsons.
Certain.
Oh, you think they
certain.
go? I don't think they need linebacker help though.
I just think they just.
I think
choose
they
the
need
best.
corner. So I think they go
Okay.
Surtain or
They go
Farley.
Surtain, yeah.
Okay.
They go
Surtain.
Surtain or
Farley.
Mac Jones.
so we'll say Surtain.
Okay.
All right.
All right. The Dallas Cowboys. They need Farley.
They need defense,
They
bro.
need Farley.
Quarterback.
Farley.
Yeah.
Right
I was
there.
thinking Parsons too.
Parsons maybe, but they need secondary help. They have nobody.
What if?
Their secondary is so bad.
Vander Ash keeps getting injured every other
Yeah.
game.
What if the Cowboys? What if the Cowboys trade up to get Kyle Pitts? Like because you hear Jerry
They
Jones.
could, but that would
What would
be.
they
Oh,
have
I
to
heard
do?
about that. You know what?
What?
I heard about that. For the sake of argument, you want to just do that?
No, but what would they have to give up, like realistically? Because think about it. You have Ezekiel Elliott, you have Dak Prescott, you have Amari Cooper, you have CeeDee Lamb, you have Randall Cobb.
They could get rid of Gallup. I would see them getting rid of Gallup
Okay.
and like a pick or something.
And we're talking about trades, bro. I'm also reading that we could also see Arizona trade up to get Kyle
yeah,
Pitts.
I also saw that too.
So
That'd be deadly.
they trade up via the Lions at 7. That could be interesting.
That would be very.
That could be
interesting.
interesting.
That would be.
Imagine
great.
if they got Pitts.
Oh,
Like their
Murray.
receiver core.
With Pitts,
Dude.
D Hop. Didn't they sign a receiver too?
Yeah, they got AJ Green.
AJ
Green,
Green.
yeah.
Larry Pitts.
It's the Brooklyn Nets of the NFL.
That offense would be stacked. Okay, the Giants at
Offensive
11.
lineman.
Offensive line.
Hey.
Darrisaw or Slater?
Slater.
Slater. Jamal, you agree? Slater.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All right, Eagles. I think this is where Devontae Smith goes.
This is where I have Waddle going.
There you go.
Wide receiver,
So-
Wide receiver. The Chargers. I think they go Darrisaw.
offensive line.
They need
see
to
that.
help. What's his name? Justin Herbert. The Vikings.
I don't know. Just choose the best available player.
Yeah, and this I have.
You know
Pay.
what? Who do you have?
Pay.
You have Kwity Paye.
Yeah.
I really like Trevon Morg here, the safety out of TCU. I think he's a great player, and they need safety help, especially with the aging Harrison Smith.
They also need pass rush help.
They do. They
So-
do. So we'll go Kwity Paye.
Yeah, I got whatever the best player they have
Yeah.
available at that point.
For the Patriots, I think it's Parsons.
I think if Mac Jones is there, they choose Mac Jones.
Really? I don't see him being that guy, especially after the Jimmy G experiment failed.
No, I mean if he's there, might as well take him. You know.
I feel like this is literally an equivalent to Matt Ryan in younger form. And yeah, if Mac Jones is available, they're going to take Mac Jones.
The Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Guess we're going Mac Jones here. The Cardinals.
Cornerback.
Yeah. I could see them going J.C. Horn. I like that for them.
Greg Newsome.
Greg Newsome isn't going to be a first-round talent in my
You don't
opinion.
think so?
No, I don't think so. Watching his tape,
Okay.
I don't think he's up there with these three. I think these three are the top three, and then it's everybody else afterwards.
Northwestern, man. You sleeping.
These guys have a lot of issues, but I think they go Parsons because Parsons is still there. If Parsons is here for the Raiders, I think that's huge for them. They would love that. He's the best linebacker on the board.
Yeah.
And, I think that's what they go. They have to go here or Vera Tucker on the offensive line because they just got rid of they just traded their entire offensive line. So they have to
For
get it
real.
somewhere. So what do we think? Parsons or Vera Tucker?
I think they choose the best of
Let's
the
go
available
Parsons. Let's
player.
go Parsons there.
Yeah,
Parsons.
Parsons.
Okay. The Dolphins.
Najee Harris.
Oh, I don't think that's
What?
this is
I
the
think so,
18th
too.
pick.
Is my
You
No,
think
he's
he's
Tua's
gonna go
former
18?
teammate.
No, I
Come
think they need
on.
a running back.
They need it, yeah.
At 18, you think they're going Najee?
Well, who else
That's
did they get?
really high
You
for a
think
running
that's
back.
How else? Who,
High for a
who-
franchise
No,
back?
They
because
could get Vera Tucker to help out that offensive line. That would, if they were able to come out of the first round with Jamar Chase and Vera Tucker, their offense is set.
I think the same could
Even
be said
with-
if they got Najee Harris.
But they still have offensive line. They still need offensive
they
line
can
help.
sign someone. That's not an issue. You can fix that.
who would?
I don't know.
It's a risk because they.
I
can
think
see teams picking
drafting
up.
a running back at the 18th spot is very, very high.
Yeah, but I can see them picking him because I think other teams will pick him down low below.
And he also already has chemistry with Tua.
Okay. So we're going Najee? Okay. This is the Falcons pick.
If Mac Jones
They
is
need-
if
I
he
think
is
someone on
available, they go
defense.
Mac Jones.
Best player on defense. They need defensive help.
But they
Trayvon
also need
Mullen.
offensive line help, and I think that's where Vera Tucker is right there. I think it's between offensive line or Phillips from Miami on the edge.
I'd say defense because I think that's where they need the most help, personally. But
What do you think?
I'm indifferent on this one, bro. Like, whoever the best available player is, honestly.
The best available player is Vera Tucker.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Bears.
Oh, yeah. We are going with
Tight end.
Kadarius Toney. Let's go. Superstar talent out of...
what if we get
Florida.
the
Rashad Bateman. If they get Rashad Bateman, I'd be so happy.
No, what if they get like that quarterback from Kyle? Was it Kyle Trask or something?
Kyle Trask,
Yeah.
the Florida quarterback. Oh my God. Hell no. I'd be so upset. I think for the Bears,
I think
it's
they should
gonna
do
be-
offensive linemen, but I feel
there's
like
no offensive. We just got rid. It'd have to be Tevin Jenkins.
We need offensive firepower, bro.
It's either gonna be
Tooney?
Tevin Jenkins
It's a
or
Tooney. It's a Tooney.
Tooney.
who's Tooney?
from
Kadarius
Florida.
Toney?
Yeah.
No, I
Toney,
think it's gonna be
Toney.
Rashad Bateman over Toney for sure. Rashad Bateman is a great receiver, so it's either gonna be him or Tevin Jenkins.
So
the
we
need
offensive
someone to
line.
compliment
Why
Mooney.
wouldn't we choose offensive linemen? Because I thought we got rid of like a lot of them.
I think that's where we go. But the thing is that the offensive line, like we just got rid of Vera
We
Tucker.
took everyone, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a big drop off. But Tevin Jenkins, I mean, he fills that need. So we're going Tevin Jenkins
I think so.
over Bateman.
All
Okay.
right.
I mean, I can see them being a wide receiver. But I like
The
both of them.
Colts.
J.C. Horn.
We already got rid of J.C. Horn.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, to the Cardinals.
I don't know what the Colts need.
I think they need secondary help.
Yeah.
And this is where Trayvon Moehrig comes to mind. A
Trayvon
great
Moehrig,
safety
Yeah,
out of
TCU.
TCU.
Okay.
I can see that.
They could also go Jamal's boy Greg Newsome here out of Northwestern.
Greg Newsome.
So what do we like here? We like Moehrig. We like Newsome. They could even go Rashad Bateman. Rashad Bateman, actually, that's a shout.
Maybe they choose the best player.
I think they go Rashad Bateman.
Okay.
Because who's their receiver core? Michael Pittman. They just re-signed
rid of- no,
washed up T.Y.
Yeah,
Hilton.
they just locked up Ty, and they have.
But
Yeah,
they don't have
Pittman.
anybody else, really.
What
They
do
have Zach
have?
Pascal, Paris
I don't know.
Campbell,
They don't have like the number one like.
Paris Campbell's a really good slot receiver, dude.
but he gets injured like every single.
I think he's gonna have a
single-
monster year this year.
Yeah.
I like Rashad Bateman here, a true number one that they can bring in and really help out that team. The Titans
receiver.
here.
Jalen Phillips.
I like Jalen Phillips for them, especially because they need that pass rush out. But they did get Bud Dupree and Harold Landry on that defensive edge. They could go Aziz
Denico Autry, too.
Ojolari. They
They go
could
Denico
go
They lost?
Greg Newsome.
Who
I
they
wouldn't be
got?
surprised because who do they have
They lost on
in their secondary? They lost Adoree Jackson.
No, but they lost a key wide receiver.
And they have a terrible pass
Oh,
rush,
Corey
too.
Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll
They
make
have
it up
A.J.
with the first
Brown,
round.
but fine, chill.
I don't know. It's between Newsome. It could be Kadarius Toney. It could be Jalen Phillips.
Denico Autry.
I think Kadarius Toney.
I got Jalen Phillips.
I like Jalen Phillips here. He's a top 15 talent in my eyes, and I think that he's been on the board too long. The Jets.
Best available player. So
They.
They're in.
I
full
think
rebuilding mode.
they will go Aziz Ojolari. No, I think they'll go Greg. No, I'll give the.
wouldn't you want to protect?
But they have a good old line. Like they got
Is
Mikhail
Rondo more
Becton
available?
next year. Yeah,
Or do we
Rondo
go
was
to the Bears?
available.
Oh yeah, I'll take him over there then.
You'll take him right now?
Yeah, for the Jets.
Okay. You like?
They're comparing him to Debo Samuel, bro. Debo Samuel's a dog.
I mean, I think the offensive line.
I think they would go with Aziz Ojolari, but yeah, that's cool too. The Steelers need
Running back.
offensive line help.
Landon
They
Dickerson.
need
Who are they gonna hand the ball off to?
cornerback. They still have decent running backs. They need corner help. I don't see any good O linemen available. Maybe Jalen Mayfield.
Landon Dickerson? No.
No, well, Landon Dickerson.
I don't think James.
Yeah,
Conner's
Alabama.
good to be-
Alabama center.
I don't think he's top first round talent. I think it's either Jalen Mayfield or nothing.
I
on the
personally
offensive
think
line.
James Conner's not as good running back, and Ben Roethlisberger being in his finals year, he's gonna need a run game. So I think for them to get a running back,
But to get a run game, you need an offensive line, and they don't have a good offensive line.
I mean, they did decent last year. It wasn't too bad.
At the end of the year, you saw it completely collapse.
Yeah, but that was like end of the season. Like in the beginning of the season, wasn't that? It was pretty good.
I think it's Jalen Mayfield. You want Travis Etienne here?
Yeah.
I said running back, but like whoever's the best running back available.
ETN?
Yeah.
You think it's ETN, Jamal?
I don't think that they're gonna get a running back, dude.
I don't think they're going to get a running back.
So I think it's gonna be O-line.
I think it's going to be Jalen Mayfield, yeah.
Whoever the best available O-lineman is, that's who's gonna.
All right, Jalen Mayfield. The second best Mayfield to play in Pittsburgh last year. The Jags also need O-line help, but they need receiver help, which is where I like Kadarius Toney out of Florida. He's really good. He also has huge bust potential. They also have Azeez Ojulari, who's on the board, who they would love to pair up with Josh Allen. There is also Trayvon Moehrig on the board, who could be a stud for them. So, on second thought, I think it's between Moehrig and Azeez Ojulari.
I think best available player, whoever is on the draft.
Best available, yeah. I mean, it has to be defensive for sure.
So, do you want a safety or do you want an edge?
I'd say edge, and I go with Jason Owe.
Owe is down the board.
He ran a 4.3 40-yard, bro.
Yeah, but Azeez Ojulari is top. I think if they're going
On
edge,
the
they go with
defensive end?
Ojulari.
Damn.
So, Ojulari or...
Let's go with Ojulari.
Yeah.
And then the Cleveland Browns.
That's all you,
Defensive
man.
help.
They need defensive interior help for sure. They're either going to go that Owusu Koromara guy or they're going to go Gregory Rousseau.
I think Gregory Rousseau.
I like Gregory Rousseau here. That would be a great pick for them to be able to pair with Myles Garrett.
13.5 sacks.
Yeah, he was great. And then the Ravens.
Wide receiver.
The Ravens get their hands on Trayvon Moehrig, and they are very happy with that. The best safety in the draft. He's
Wait,
a
you're
dog.
choosing a safety?
Didn't we get rid of Trayvon Moehrig already?
No.
Wouldn't they want the best receiver is Sammy
There's
Watkins.
no right now. There isn't a wide receiver that can step in and be a game changer.
There isn't, yeah.
There isn't. That's the only issue. That's why I think they take Moehrig, best available player on the board.
It's Sam Muhammad Sanu, bro. They'll be straight.
And then the Saints, I think this is where our boy goes, Gregory Newsome, but they could also take a wide receiver because they got rid of Emmanuel
They need
Sanders.
a linebacker.
They need a linebacker.
Yeah.
I think they need corner help because they got rid of Janoris Jenkins.
They need everything help on defense right now, to be honest.
I like Newsome here. Do you guys disagree, agree? You want to go with the Notre Dame
I can go with
linebacker?
that.
Yeah, I can go with that.
All right. And then the Packers. What do the Packers
Best
need?
available
Receiver?
player,
Best
bro.
available player
Best
besides a
available player.
quarterback.
Why not stock up on a few more first-round quarterbacks, man?
I
Shoot.
think they'll go with Zaylen Collins out of Tulsa. He's a great
I can see that.
linebacker.
This is a hot take, but if I'm the Packers and I'm trying to get like help for Aaron Rodgers, would you trade up for the Falcons pick and get like Kyle Pitts or something?
No,
or like
that's
a
too high.
receiver
That's
or
too high of a
something?
price.
But like this is your moment now.
No, it's
I think
not.
they
You know
like
why?
Tonyan. They
'Cause
like
Aaron
Tonyan.
Rodgers is only going to be there for 2 more years tops, and then what? Kyle Pitts not going to have a quarterback.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
Jordan
Waste
Love.
his pick. Yeah, but let's be real. Come on, he's not going to step in and be MVP. They only have 2 prime.
I think they
years
go
left.
linebacker here. I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think they get away from what they do. And then the Notre Dame linebacker Owusu Koromara falls to the Bills at 30. The
They don't need running
Chiefs.
I got Asante Samuel Jr.
To the Chiefs?
No, going to the Bills.
Oh. Okay.
I had a running because I thought the Bills' only weakness was the running back.
No, their defense is weak. Josh
Oh yeah,
Allen's
they got
weak.
right.
31. The Chiefs. Umayr, that's all you.
I think they go wide receiver. Oh, actually defense. They need defensive line help.
Who really?
Yeah, they need it like because the
Problem is there is no good defensive line help in this draft. It's all about the edge
or any defense necessary. Yeah.
linebackers.
I
I think they need linebacking help, but I also could see them taking a
I
wide
used to be under
receiver.
receiver,
'Cause
but they just
before-
lost Watkins.
Yeah, but
Put in Terrace Marshall.
yeah.
I
But
could
like,
see them drafting a linebacker like Nick Bolton. I could see them drafting a Terrace Marshall.
because before I had them choosing an offensive lineman, but I think they covered that in this upcoming free agency. So I think they go with defensive help. Or I've seen reports of them choosing a wide receiver. I don't
So
know.
what do you like here?
I like defense. Just help. I saw what
Let's
happened.
go
last
Nick
time.
Bolton.
Yeah.
And then the last pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Quarterback.
Oh. That would be dumb. That would be dumb for the Buccaneers to choose
Davis
a
Mills.
quarterback. What the heck?
Davis.
I don't know where. I have no
I
idea
think
what
if-
they
Out of
do here,
Stanford.
I would
guys.
get an offensive weapon for Tom Brady.
I think they go with Kadarius Toney or Terrace Marshall. I like Terrace Marshall here.
Because if someone gets injured, you can or like replace AB or something like that.
Are they drafting for win now though, or are they drafting for their future? That's the thing.
No,
they're drafting for their future. They need to get a quarterback.
All right, so that was our mock draft. That took a lot longer than I thought.
34 minutes in. Dang.
Okay. Maybe we'll have to split this into two. All right, so that's our mock draft. Again, 3 weeks away. We'll do another one next week too, but we'll make it more concise. NBA, the Bulls trade Wendell Carter Jr. for
Nikola Vucevic.
What is he? I don't even know what he is.
Serbian, right?
He's Serb?
Oh,
no, damn, we can't support Serbs.
Montenegrin.
I just know he's a baller.
He's a hooper. All right, he's one of the itches. He's one of the Doncic's,
I like it, bro.
Vucevic's.
I like it.
So honestly, like this
Bogdanovic's.
trade was so crazy that they were able to pull it off and get rid of Wendell Carter.
Dude, I was saying before, I'm like, yo, we need to
Oh,
get
he's
rid of.
Swiss.
Oh yeah, there you go. All right.
He's Montenegrin.
Hey, let's go. Yo, I was saying before, I'm like, yo, we need to get rid of Otto Porter Jr.'s contract. Finally, got rid of that.
I don't know how we pulled it off.
And then Wendell Carter was not getting it done down low. Me and Umayr kept talking about that. So
sucks.
Like now we got a big. We got a solid big, an all-star big to complement Zach LaVine.
He doesn't replace the defensive side, but he helps tremendously on the offensive side, in rebounding. That's all you need right now in terms of this development. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, when they first played, they sucked. Well, when they first played, they didn't have any practice against the Spurs. That's why they almost lost by 40. And then they
lost that bad, you see.
Yeah, and like they played against the Nuggets. It was a really close game. They went to overtime, but they lost. They won against the Pistons. Jazz. I mean, Jazz are really good. Cavaliers, they choked, and then like the rest of the games, like chemistry is. It takes time.
It's building. Yeah.
I mean, now we have the easiest schedule in my opinion. I think we can go back to the
Timberwolves, Grizzlies, Magic,
Hawks.
Oh, Wendell versus Vucevic down low in the paint coming up.
Dude, that's gonna be a good as hell game. Better body you. But anyway, I think we can come back and get the 8th seed.
I wish we got Lonzo. If we were able to make Lonzo happen.
No, because we were trying to trade Larry Markkinen for Lonzo.
I wish we did that.
No, but the thing is, we can get Lonzo in free agency this year for cheaper.
But are we gonna get him?
His value's gonna tank.
His
value's
you think so? Lonzo's?
Yeah. No one really
wants him.
He's been popping off lately. I don't know.
No, but that's why we can get
all my fantasy guys. Lonzo's been popping off.
No, but I think.
So what, realistically speaking, what are our expectations for the Bulls this year?
I think they gotta make playoffs.
If we make the playoffs, I'll be happy. Even playing, we just need experience. This team just needs experience, and I'll be happy with that starting off this year. Because I think we had some games that we've lost, very close games, and some games that we've won. This is a year that it was more of an evaluation year. So even if we lose, win, whatever, this is about experience to get in the playoffs. We might lose in the first round depending on who we play, but I'll be happy if we make the playoffs. If we don't, I'd be pretty disappointed. But
so no Cade Cunningham.
No, there's no chance. The Rockets are getting.
We've never had a chance, bro. Since the beginning of the season, we didn't have a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I didn't see anything special about Cade Cunningham when I first saw the first 2 games in the March Madness, but at the same time,
then he took over.
No, I don't think so. He's not like a star. I can see him being a
star.
No,
he said I can see him being a wing. I can see him being Robert Covington.
Dude, I don't see it, bro. I don't know why. Like,
watch. Once he gets if he gets good coaching, oh my god.
Like, what kind of player is he? Like,
you know what I hate? And I was thinking about this, right? Because I don't know why, but like, Cade Cunningham is one of my favorite prospects that I've ever seen.
Okay.
And he's gonna go to a bad team. That's just how the NBA works.
He's gonna go.
Why don't we do a tournament to determine who gets the #1 pick?
No.
Because then the best teams will always.
No, because you'll lose on purpose.
Not in the whole league. Whoever doesn't make playoffs,
because you'll lose on purpose.
Pool. What?
You'll lose on purpose.
How would you lose on purpose?
Because the people that lose will get the number one.
No, the best. If you win the tournament, you get the #1 seed.
The Rockets are never gonna ever get a high pick.
Yeah, then the bad teams will never win.
Be the worst team in the league.
Who cares? Let them be the worst team in the league forever.
That's a bad idea.
Bro, we ain't trying to make any more Cubs, right?
Because the freaking like the lottery system just makes no sense.
I think it's better than tanking and trying to get the #1 pick.
No, it's not. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think that's so much better.
How? You're losing.
Because you have a straight path to it. Otherwise, you have these franchises like the Grizzlies that are in just this influx of we're always bad, and they can never get themselves out of it.
They have bad management.
Or the Timberwolves, who are always bad, and they can never get out of it.
Look, the Hawks were barely in the playoffs. They fired their coach. They got a new coach. Now they're like the 5th seed. It's about coaching too in management.
Okay, but those teams that keep getting the number 1 overall pick are always bad.
They choose better. Like, I mean, I don't know what to say.
And it's not even that. Like, it takes time. You're not gonna be
Yeah.
the number 1 seed the next year. Like, you gotta develop those players.
I just want Cade Cunningham on a good team.
Yeah, this dude.
He's not going on a good team.
I know, it's unfortunate.
He's either going to the Pistons, the Rockets,
Or
the
at least make the
Timberwolves.
chances of like the 10 seed or whatever that's in the playoffs or in the conference to like have a better opportunity to get the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, like the Pelicans.
Like when the Bulls got it, they had like a 0.9% chance of getting the number 1 pick when they got
in
Derrick
this recent
Rose.
draft, Pelicans were like
Wait, really?
almost.
Yeah.
Pelicans almost made the playoffs, but they
Pelicans
didn't.
weren't number 1 overall pick.
No, but the year they picked Zion, they weren't like the top 3 underpicked. They were pretty high. They were like almost about to make the playoffs, but they didn't make.
And
the
now
playoffs.
because of good management, they have a lot of young stars.
Yeah, that's how they got Zion. I mean, there's no other
They got
way.
Bi, they got Lonzo.
Because that year the Knicks should have gotten. The Knicks were the worst team, and they got third.
Yeah, they got.
Yeah.
Like, they
Knicks
got
fans- I
wrecked.
feel bad for Knicks fans, bro.
Because they could have gotten Ja Morant.
I want
or
Cade
Zion.
Cunningham to go to the Knicks. Knicks are making playoffs though, right? Julius Randle's on fire.
Randall going crazy. I don't know if they're a playoff team, but
They're like.
Didn't
They
we
might
do
like-
our?
they
Didn't
might be
we-
a playing team.
Oh yeah, the playing games are gonna be fun. I can't wait for that.
They're gonna be hella competitive. It's gonna be like finals, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be fun. Okay, is that all that we're doing on the NBA?
Yeah.
All right, so the Champions League. Well, this week we had the Champions League quarterfinals between PSG and Bayern Munich. We had Neymar and Mbappe versus Lewandowski and the big
Mbappe.
German machine. We had Man City, my guys, versus Borussia Dortmund and Erling Haaland, who is like one of the big upcoming strikers. We had Real Madrid completely destroy Liverpool. Bichara Mo Salah.
Most.
Allah.
Oh, he lost.
Yeah, he got destroyed, but he scored a goal. Real Madrid just had their way with Liverpool, 3-1 final. Man City beat Dortmund 2-1. PSG beat Bayern in a shocker, 3-2. Kylian Mbappe had 2 goals. This man is beautiful to watch, to be honest. He is such a baller. And then Chelsea beat Porto in a game that nobody watched.
Mbappe.
But next week, what is it?
If you Google him, it said village in Egypt.
This man said Mbappe.
Mbappe.
That said
I don't know how to
Mbappe.
spell that.
He just said typed in Mbappe.
MBAPPE.
Oh,
Okay.
This guy, man.
there he is.
I was like village in Egypt.
So next week, if you guys are free, we should do. So this is how they split it up. So the Champions League, like we've said before, is like basically soccer playoffs, right? So they split up into, instead of having a series, it's 2 legs. So each team gets a home game, and then the away goals count more than a home goal, if
Huh?
that makes sense. So if I'm playing
That's
in men's,
overpowered. It's like Steph Curry playing away and shooting 5
Yeah.
pointers, and everyone else is shooting a 3.
yeah, but then you each get your turn. So each team gets a home game.
Shouldn't home field advantage be enough as an advantage?
No, but to counter home field advantage, you make the away goals.
Oh, the away goals.
So
are
it
two.
cancels out the advantage.
But then what's the point? Okay, how is home field advantage picked? Is it by record?
No. It's
It's
just
just
it's just random. Yeah, I mean it's 2 games. There is no home field advantage per se.
So it's just
So
1-1.
if you're a better team, you don't
Yeah.
get 4 games at your place, and then the other team gets 3 away games, like a 7-game series would be.
It's a 2-game series.
It's a 2-game series.
1-1.
Each team gets 1-1
So why are they even doing a additional goal thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
It should just be neutral, right?
because it gives you more of a incentive to score goals while you're not in your home field.
Interesting. I don't know if
I don't agree with that. I don't
Okay.
like it,
Yeah.
but that's how it is.
Okay.
So the big thing was Liverpool got an away goal, but Real scored 3 goals. And next week in the second leg, they call it legs instead of games, they call it legs. So in the second legs, they're going to have this advantage that's going to be like on the screen, and that's the advantage that they in their minds have to play against. So Liverpool has to make up 2 more goals to be ahead of Real Madrid. That's how it works. So if you guys are free next week, it's Tuesday and Wednesday, we should watch it together. That'd be fun. But yeah, that's the Champions League update. Kylian Mbappe, a star, just a star. And he's carrying PSG really single-handedly. With Neymar, of course, but Kylian Mbappe is just like world class, probably the best player in the world right now, even with Messi and Ronaldo still in their game. And then lastly, to touch on something of a more serious taste, Deshaun Watson. So there are reports that now we're at 22 lawsuits. The judge filed today that 13 of the women who are anonymous have to come out with their names and refile their civil lawsuits in order for the case not to be dismissed. Now, here's my issue. I don't know what side to be on here because in a bubble, in a vacuum, this is a terrible case against Deshaun Watson. And what he's accused of doing is terrible. And I agree that it is terrible. But at the same time, the lawyer for all 22 of these lawsuits happens to be the Houston Texans owner's neighbor in the middle
of a trade
of a huge quarrel between Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans. Like how? Like,
that doesn't make sense though, because if they are related, doesn't it bring your trade value down? Then you're not giving as much.
they don't want to trade him. They want to make his life miserable. That's what they're going for. They're not trying to trade him. They're not. They've said multiple times they're not trying to trade him. He wants out. But then there's also another little argument that's been made that I've heard that maybe the reason he wanted out is because of all this. So I have no idea.
Oh, because he can't stay in Houston.
Yeah. But yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah. For me, like obviously, like I don't know. I mean, I still have to hear Deshaun Watson's take because we still haven't heard like from his side. He's been a little quiet.
Well, he said that they're not true.
Yeah.
He's come out and publicly.
But I'm
said
saying
that
like official statement. I don't think he's had one yet. I think for me, like I think you're innocent until proven guilty. And then at this side, like obviously the allegations are coming out. I don't know which side to pick. I'd rather stay neutral until I see the full story and what comes out. I mean, for I'm just thinking I'm just seeing both sides. If Watson is innocent, and if you find out, because it does seem a little shady. Like at the time where he's about to get traded, the Houston Watson, like the Texans are trying to
Houston Watsons. Basically, that's what they are.
I mean, it is the Deshaun Watson's team.
Deshaun Watson show. So.
But the Houston Texans.
Houston Watson.
The Houston Texans, though, like I mean, they are looking. I mean, in my opinion, they look very bad. If he does come out to be innocent, and that, or like, who would want? I mean, if I'm an NFL player, why would you want to play for them? But if Deshaun Watson is guilty, like there's people telling me that he'll never play again, which I do not think that's true. I think he'll find a way to come back to the league. But who would want to, like, I feel like because his character, of what I've heard, is that he's like a very amazing character guy, like in Clemson and stuff like that, and like how he's like a very, like, I don't know, like a golden boy type of kid, like he's very well mannered, stuff like that. So I don't know how he's gonna react after all this, how his presentation is gonna be around the league, but I mean we'll see. Well, I guess we'll see what comes out and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really bad. And if it is true what these accusations are saying, then he deserves whatever punishment comes his way from the league or whatever it might be, whatever he has to pay.
He'll be put on the exempt list.
Yeah, what sucks for him is that without anyone knowing whether it's true or not, or without decision being made, his career is already tainted by this. Not fully tainted. It's gonna be there. There's gonna be an asterisk. There's like in his Wikipedia. There's gonna be the sexual assault scandals. And the claims. That's going to be there
But
forever.
I don't understand how...
But Big Ben had that. Kobe had that. Yeah. Like, so many players have had that.
I know, but it just sucks, right? Because, like, if it happens to not be true, he's tainted by that. If it happens to be true, then my guy, he's for sure... He's not going to be playing for a little bit, right? That's for sure. I just... Man, like... How many cases is it? 22?
22, I think.
22 civil cases have been filed. Like... It looks really bad, but then when Nadeem was saying about the lawyer, that dude seems not even just a neighbor part, but he's known for doing cases like this, for publicity.
But he's but also like they're asking for money.
That's what I'm saying. So I think when Deshaun Watson, when he came out with this statement the first time, no one knew about this yet. He came out before anyone else talking about how they asked him for money and he said no and he's gonna fight this and this and that.
Like if he knew he did it, I feel like if he
would settle it.
Yeah, he would settle it right there.
And no one would know a thing.
Exactly. So it does seem a little shady to me. But I mean.
But at the same time, if these women were actually hurt in any way, you gotta.
Yeah, obviously.
So until we know what the facts are, and it sounds like a he said she said type of thing too, which is gonna make it kind of tricky. 'Cause 22, that's a lot, and why is he going to that many masseuses, masseuses, bro?
Yeah, that's also like if you find
22, come on, bro.
No, but if you go to like a massage parlor, right? And if someone's like, if you find someone that's good, you look at like LeBron and all these
stick with them, bro.
Yeah, you stick with them. They travel the world with them, like after games, before games.
You know what's crazy? So 22 came out against them. There's 8 for him, 8 defending him, 8 that came out to the.
Oh no way! Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool.
22 plus 8, you got 30.
Oh snap!
And that's just the ones we know about. Like homie Wilden with the
Houston.
masseuses, bro.
You didn't see. He wanted to change his scenery to get his new masseuse job
going.
going.
Club Isna, bro.
Yeah.
The Club Isna massage parlors.
Yeah, but that's my thoughts on it. Until we have more information, I feel like you can't take a side to it. We don't know enough. We don't know what happened. It's definitely bad press, though. That's for sure. That's all we can say for now is bad press. And I don't know. Houston, are they gonna? They were asking for so much, or they weren't even trying to just trade him, and now they might have to actually release him.
You could have gotten like 5 first-round picks for him if they were smart or something.
And now they might actually have to release him.
Yeah, they have
which is crazy.
Which is dumb.
Which is crazy. Yeah, but we'll see how this evolves. But can't really choose a side for now. We just don't know enough.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's basically all we have for today's show. Follow us on Instagram at the Sideline Banter Show. I'm your host Nadeem at NadeemN22. You guys want to plug your Instagrams?
Jamaal TV.
I'm Umayr 1.
We'll be back next week. We'll do a Champions League recap for the second legs. We'll also do guessing there's going to be more NFL news coming out, so we'll do another mock draft or 2. Other than that, we'll keep you updated on everything that's sports, NBA, NFL, MLB. The season started for the Cubs, by the way. We're going to get into more of that next week. Not enough has happened. And, other than that, thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace out.
See you.